Hi, Tara.
Hello, how are you?
I am doing well. How about
Good.
yourself?
I'm great. So are you ready to do our little selfie first and then we can chat?
Of course.
Okay, oh nice.
Before we begin, let's take a selfie. Get ready to pose in 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Alright,
I love that you had the card ready. You were like, I know exactly what's going to happen. We're going to make this happen.
Yeah, I will say this. I am a big Persona fan. Like, Persona 3 FES is one of my favorite PS2 games. I also have a Vita for Persona 4 Golden.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I wish that I were more of a gamer and played it. Like, I love the games because design-wise and the characters and the story arc is really amazing, but I'm just not... I can't make characters do what I want them to do, so I don't play them.
Yeah, it's a long game, too.
Yeah.
And I'm also a Fire Emblem fan as well.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
great.
and I've also been working on like a fan art that's a cross between Mitsuru and Edelgard, but
Really?
yeah, it's not showable at this point, unfortunately. I wish it was, but
That's okay. Things take time. Art is always a process, right? It's a creation. But I love that you love so many of the titles that I've worked on. Thank you. That's very exciting. So what are you watching or playing or doing right now, entertainment wise?
So right now I'm playing Metroid Dread on the Switch. That just came out.
Awesome.
And as far as anime goes, I'm in the middle of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I don't know that title because I'm not involved in working on it. I know it as a title, but I don't know anything about it. What can you tell me a little bit about the show?
Well, it's like, so basically it's about a high school student, most anime takes place in high school. And it's about a high school student who fights off curses. They call them curses. It's similar to Bleach in a way.
Oh yeah.
It's a similar concept of Bleach.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so
that's really cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So how did you get into voice acting?
Yeah, so I was already acting in theater, and I knew that I really liked the work of acting. I liked being involved in plays. I liked playing characters. I liked bringing stories to life. And I decided to go to college to study more acting in theater. And I went to the London Academy of Theater in Rutgers and I got my degree. And then I moved to New York to do theater, but also to do some television and film because I knew television and film is also where you can make money. I mean, like theater is lovely, but you're not making that much money from doing theater. And I wanted to have a career where I could support myself as a working actor. And I actually didn't know about cartoons or video games or voiceover specifically because I grew up without a television when I was younger. And it wasn't something that I was just aware of in my zeitgeist. I knew of movies because I'd gone to the movie theater, but I didn't have a television, so I wasn't watching TV shows. I knew that people were on them, but I wasn't as familiar with animation. And when I moved out to Los Angeles, my husband, Yuri Lowenthal, who also does a lot of voiceover work, we both moved out here and we were like, okay, how do we make money as actors? What can we do? And we got into a class specifically for voiceover. And from there, we both started getting jobs in voiceover, and he booked an animated series and I booked a commercial, and then I booked an animated series, and then he booked a video game. And so we both just started working fairly regularly in voiceover, but we still both do television and film, and occasionally we do theater. I haven't done theater since we had our kid, just because it's also hard to be a parent and the timing of plays is usually in the evening. So I haven't been doing that so much, but yeah, I mean, we basically do everything as far as everything that's a possibility as an actor. So we basically do it all.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so, what do you think Edelgard and Mitsuru would be like as characters if they like swap games? Like,
ooh, that would be tricky. Mitsuru and Edelgard are both terribly, terribly focused. And I think it would actually be a pretty good swap for if you replaced Edelgard with Mitsuru and you replaced Mitsuru with Edelgard, they would actually hold up the story pretty well. I mean, obviously they have certain specific bents because of the angle of the game they're coming from, but I think they would translate pretty easily into each other's worlds because they are passionate and they are dedicated and they are focused. I mean, there's a lot of similarities actually, not only vocally, but a lot of similarities between the two characters. So that's a great swap. I think that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, I agree. They do seem a little similar. Well, thank you very much for talking to me.
Of course, it's my pleasure. I hope wherever you are, it is a lovely day. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little while, and be well.
Oh, I will. You be well as well. And thanks again.
All right, of course. Take care.